Safe and Responsible AI in Canadian Education. I am Elisa Price. June 11, 2026. 194 countries, one deadline, and one global standard. And both of them connect directly to what is happening in Canadian classrooms right now. Under Alberta's Protection of Privacy Act, POPA, public bodies, including school boards, have a 1 year grace period to implement the privacy management program. That grace period ends on June 11, 2026. That is weeks away. A privacy management program is not a single document. It is a framework that includes designating a privacy officer, establishing internal policies and procedures, completing privacy impact assessments for programs involving personal information, setting up breach notification processes, training staff on obligations under POPA. For schools that have adopted AI tools, and most have, this also means completing privacy impact assessments specifically for those tools and for any AI tool that involves automated decision making. POPA requires an additional level of scrutiny. If you are outside Alberta, your province has its own privacy legislation. Check with your provincial privacy commissioner for the specific requirements that apply to your schools in your jurisdiction. The deadline may differ. The obligations to govern student data responsibly does not. The OIPC has published guidance and templates to help Alberta public bodies meet their obligations. The tools are different, the deadline is real. But Alberta's compliance deadline does not exist in isolation. It sits within a much larger global conversation about what responsible AI governance should look like, a conversation Canada formally committed to in 2021. In November 2021, UNESCO produced the first ever global standard on AI ethics, the Recommendation on the Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. Canada is among the 194 member states that adopted it. This recommendation is built on four core values: human rights and human dignity, living in peaceful and just societies, diversity and inclusiveness, environment and ecosystem flourishing. And it translates those values into 10 actionable principles, including the rights to privacy and data protection, transparency and explainability, human oversight, fairness and non discrimination, and public awareness and literacy. Every single one of these principles maps directly onto the challenge Alberta school boards are navigating right now. Here's why this matters. When Alberta boards make decisions about AI tools, they are not just making local decisions. They are either moving towards standard Canada committed to on a global stage or away from it. UNESCO is clear. AI systems must not displace ultimate human responsibility and accountability. AI must work for the good of humanity, and its risk must not compound existing inequalities. That is the standard. It applies here, in Canadian classrooms, today. Two things to take from today. First, if your board has not begun building its privacy management program, start this week. The OIPC's POPA PIA template completion guide is your first source at oipc.ab.ca. Second, every AI decision made in a Canadian school can be measured against a globally recognized ethical framework. That framework is publicly available and free to access at unesco.org. School leaders, is your board working towards both of these standards right now? The compliance deadline and the global ethical framework? Drop a comment. Stay tuned for our next video when we dive into what counts as automated decision making in a school setting. Because having a human review the AI output does not automatically mean your school is covered. This one surprised most people. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.